Good evening everyone and welcome. Tonight we are attempting the Wrecking Crew for the Solo Champions League. This is for Season 4 Round 2 and we're using Jessica Drew, Spider-Woman. So we can use two aspects for Spider-Woman, and we went with, well, we're locked in the Justice for one. I went with Aggression for the other one simply because I want to get through this and I want to take them down quickly. At least that's my thought process. We'll see how it goes. I've only done the Wrecking Crew once before, and it was just as like a practice to know how it works so that I could use it in the league. So we're going to see how it goes. And all I'm trying to do tonight is pull off a win. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not going to try and get it in 2 turns or anything like that. Just trying to get the win. So 3 wins if possible. That'd be ideal. But I'll take 1. Preferably 3. Okay. So we're going to start with Jessica Drew, and she gets a hand size of 6 to start with. So let's see what that first hand is. See if I want to mulligan any of it. Melee, 3 damage to an enemy and then 3 damage to another one. That's a nice one. Brawn, attack and then remove some threat. Concussive blow. Confuse an enemy. That might be helpful. I mean, dealing 3 damage is always good, but being able to also then confuse them and get back to Jessica Drew is also helpful. Venom Blast, okay. Did I draw too many cards? No, it's supposed to be 6. Very good. Deal 5 damage. That is a Spider-Woman card, but isn't it also an aggression card? Am I mistaken about that? I think that's one of the ones that's an aggression and a Spider-Woman card, because the other ones have yellow on it. And Daredevil. Daredevil is one of my all-time favorites. Yeah, I hope I can do it. We'll find out. So Daredevil is definitely one of my favorites. I use them pretty much every game I can. Whenever there's a Justice deck, Daredevil is usually in it. So, let's see. How do I want to do this? I don't think I want to mulligan any of this. I think I'm pretty happy with it. So we could probably pull off a melee. And that would be enough for... I could use that and that. And then I could do a Venom Blast also. Yeah, let's do Melee and Venom Blast. I'm sad to lose Brawn and Daredevil in that case, but we're going to see how it goes. So, Jessica Drew, choose 2 aspects, did that. Look at the top card of any deck, limit once per round. I'm going to look at the top of Wrecker's deck, because that's going to determine whether or not, you know, we're pretty much switching to hero form no matter what. Maybe it's better off just to look at mine. Let's look at mine. Let's lay down the law, which would be much better right now. Too bad I didn't know that before I could mulligan, because lay down the law would be great for switching to hero form. Yeah, we're still going to do it, obviously. So we're going to switch over to Spider-Woman. We're going to play 1, 2, 3 to get melee out here. So that's 3 damage to an enemy and then 3 damage to another one. Which ones am I worried about? That's one thing I don't have as down as other people do so far. So I think I'm going to take Thunderball down. No, it's just 1 damage. I really don't like his retaliate. I don't like anyone to retaliate though. He's going to not let me have allies, and I do like having allies if possible. Especially if I can get that, oh, what's her name? Jessica Jones? If I can get her out there, perfect. I'm just going to leave this out. So I did this one. Did I take 3 from anyone else? Not yet. Still get to do 3 from one more. We'll go with... We're going to do Pile Driver. Bringing him down to 8. And I'll take 1 retaliate damage for that. Okay. So that's 1 aspect played. And then, yeah, we're going to do Venom Blast. Deal 5 damage to an enemy. I'm going to do that to Pile Driver, I think. Right? If I could bring him down to 3 almost right away, that's pretty good. And then I'd only have an attack of 2, which wouldn't be enough to take him out, unfortunately. Maybe I should do it something else. Maybe we should do it to Bulldozer, bringing him down to 4. Let's do that. Let's bring Bulldozer down to 4. You know what? No, we're going to do the 5 to Pile Driver. We're going to bring him down to 3. I have to take another retaliate damage for it. And I still have the ability to do my actions here. So I could... I have +1 because I played 2 aggression cards. So I can get 1 attack, plus 1 attack. I get 2 attack, 2 thwart. And I'll have 2 defense. That's good. Let's go ahead and take... We'll do 2 damage to Bulldozer, bringing him down to 7. Okay. That's okay. I'm not super thrilled with that turn. It went pretty well. But I'm no pro at this, so maybe it went great. Who knows? So, we're going to get 1 threat on the main scheme here. And then I believe that's 1 threat to everyone else. Yep. So that one's at 6. That one's at 8. I'm sorry, 3. Sorry, that's not 8. That's 6, 4. So 7, 6, 4, and 6. So it's just going to stay with him, right? Kind of the villain whose scheme has the most threats. So yes, so Wrecker's going to get an attack here. What do I got? Do I have anything I can stop anything with? Not particularly. Okay. So he's got an attack of 2. If it's not defended, he gets an additional 2. Well, luckily I'll have 2 defense. So we are going to defend. Got this counter out here for my turns. 2. That's the 2 damage, which I defended against, so that is taken care of. That's fine by me. And then we have to do his encounter card. Crowbar Toss. Wrecker attacks you. Then move the active villain counter to the villain whose side scheme has the least threat. Okay, that's unfortunate. So the least threat would be Pile Driver. And he's going to attack me, which I can't defend against. So that's going to be 4 attack plus this boost card. If this attack is undefended, discard an upgrade you control. Well, I don't control any upgrades just yet, so it is just the 4 damage. But that's a lot. I mean, that's almost half my life left. That is unfortunate. I think we're going to switch to Alter Ego form this turn to heal up next turn, because I am not playing around today. I really do just want to win. I'm not trying to do anything crazy. Alright, so there is our 2 for turn 2. I'll switch to using one of these once I defeat one of the villains. So we've got Inconspicuous, remove a threat, total of 3 threat among schemes, that's helpful. Captain Marvel, she's good, but with some of these allies, some of these attacks I hear, it's kind of dangerous. I do like Martial Prowess. I do like Skilled Strike, especially in the situation we're in right now. Maybe I could do both. I could get Martial Prowess out there and Skilled Strike and save Lay Down the Law for next turn. I did defend. What should I do? Skilled Strike is nice, but I'm not doing any attacks this turn. I'm exhausted, so that's not going to happen. So instead, I should be doing Inconspicuous and Martial Prowess. So yes, I'll spend these 2 to get Martial Prowess out. Then I will... I can't spend that, though, in order to use Inconspicuous, because it's only attack cards. I guess I have to spend that Lay Down the Law. I don't want to spend Lay Down the Law. I really wanted to use it, but that's just not an option right now. Alright, so remove 3 threat among schemes in play. I'm just going to clear the main scheme down to 0. And let's go ahead and take 2 off of Day of the Reckoning here, bringing them down to 5. Yeah. We're going to switch to Alter Ego form, and that's how we're going to end our turn. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Please have Jessica Drew's apartment. Please? Nah. Alright. That's fine. 1 threat in that main scheme. Okay, now we've got Pile Driver. He's got Retaliate 1. When he schemes, it just goes on his scheme, so that's fine. He had the lowest scheme anyway. So he has a scheme of 2 plus this, so that's 4. It's not ideal. There's 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, is that when it reaches 8 or 10? Okay, it has to reach 10. So that's that, and then we have his event card, his encounter card. Ooh, a new minion. It's also got Surge. That's going to be another card on top of it. So a new minion in play, and then Escape Plan. If you are confused. If you are already confused, Pile Driver schemes. I'm not confused yet, so I guess I'll take that. This isn't a situation I want to be in. There's a few cards in here I really want to use. That's a hero action only. I could heal up for 3, switch over, and then use containment immunity. And then I could spend the rest on getting Mockingbird out and stun somebody. I like that plan. So we're going to heal up, getting ourselves 3 health back up to 8. I'm going to switch over. We will spend this energy on containment immunity, heal 3 damage, bringing me up to my full 11. And I get a tough status card. Very well. Now, well, after I change form, remove 3 threat from a scheme, 4 threat if I paid with that type of resource. I could have done that instead. Well, I can still just kind of say I did it in the other order, and that's not really a big issue. But I think I'm going to go with Mockingbird. Just want to stun somebody, so let's stun somebody. We're going to stun either Bulldozer or Thunderball, just so that when they come in play later, because they are going to come in play at some point, that they're not as much of a problem right away. Gain overkill, and additional damage, but that is an attack of 3. So yeah, we're going to put it on Bulldozer. We're going to stun Bulldozer for our upcoming turn. Essentially, that's my idea. Oh, I didn't use this. I could have. Maybe I should have. 2, 3. Spent that on that. And then I spent 1, 2. What did I spend? I always lose track. Sorry, guys. So I did 1, 2 on containment. And then I did Mockingbird for 1, 2. Where was the third one? It must have been it was the other inconspicuous. I had 2 of them. Perfect. Okay. Well, we could have kept something and spent this instead, but I didn't do an attack, so no, I can't. Never mind. Okay, I didn't do anything wrong there. There's so much to keep track of in this game. That is my biggest complaint sometimes, that I can't keep track of all of it, but it's fun. So, we have Mockingbird in play. She can attack, and she's probably going to attack him, or should we just start whittling down a villain? Let's go ahead and hit Bulldozer, bringing him down to 6. I'm kind of trying to spread it all out. I don't know where I really want it all yet, so I'm just trying to hit everything. We'll see if that actually works out for me or not, but... Alright, get our 5 cards here. Ready everyone up. Assess the situation is nice for justice, okay. Concussive blow could be helpful. And definitely want finesse if possible. Okay, 1 threat's going on the main scheme. Then 1 threat in all the other ones. So that's 1, 2, 3. And since that's at 5, we'll bring it up to 6. Alright, so that's at 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this goes to the one with the most on it, which I believe is this man right here, Bulldozer, who is stunned, so that's good news. So he goes to attack, but he's stunned, so that's that. Then the escaped convict is going to attack for 1. We're just going to take that. And then we have to do an encounter card. Chaos in the Prison. Choose to either discard an upgrade you control or place 1 threat on the active villain's side scheme. For each upgrade you control, if you do not control an upgrade, any upgrades, this card gains Surge. So I can either lose martial prowess, or I can add 1 threat to his scheme for each upgrade I have in play. Right? Alright, let's either one. I'm just going to add the 1. I'll take it. I can live with that, I think. Alright. So, I would really like to get rid of this confused status so I can start doing some of these fun actions. Oh, I had this tough status card. I wouldn't have lost that 1 health. I would have just lost a tough status card. Perfect. Alright, we're gonna spend Genius to get Finesse out here. we are going to use... We're going to just thwart with Spider-Woman to get rid of her confused status. Unfortunately, that was the only thing I could think of. And then we need to spend 1 and 2 to do 4 justice. Remove 3 threat from a scheme, 4 threat instead if you pay for this card using a wild resource. I believe this, or sorry, using a science resource, but I believe a wild resource counts for that. So that'd be 4 threat. We're gonna take it off of who was close to the top. Someone was. This man was. We're gonna take all 4 off of him. Okay. And then we're going to use Assess the Situation so we get +1 to our hand size. We use Mockingbird here to do 1 damage. Again, we're going to do that to Bulldozer, bringing him down to 5, and taking 1 damage ourselves. Oh, this is also turn 3, by the way. Where are you? 3. There you go. Okay. That wasn't, again, ideal, but I'm alive, and I'm just going to try and keep it that way. So we get +1 to our hand size, so that's 6. How are we doing? Another finesse. Good. You'll pay for that. After the villain attacks you, remove 1 threat from a scheme for each damage you took from that attack. That's very nice. Jessica Jones. Self-propelled glide doesn't really do anything for me that I can tell. So 2 of those to spend isn't so bad. Alright, 1 threat on the main scheme. Boom, that's halfway there, so we're going to have to start looking at that. Bulldozer's going to attack. And his attack is 3. What's his attack gains overkill. Oh, I was going to defend with Mockingbird, but his attack gains overkill. Oh wait, no, this would have moved. I don't think we added 1 to everyone. We didn't. Hold on. 1, 2. Oh, that's a 3. 3, 4, and then this would have moved to the one of the highest. So that's 8, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's also 8. We're going to go ahead and let Thunderball be the one taking it this time so that I can defend with Mockingbird. Yep, Mockingbird's going to defend against this attack, which is 1 plus the boost card. Deal 1 damage to the defending character. Okay. 1 damage to me then. So Mockingbird's going to take that attack for me. Then he does an additional damage to me, bringing me down to 9. Then we have to do an encounter card here. Corrupt Prison Guard. Oh, and his attack for another 1. Corrupt Prison Guard. While this mini is engaged with you, you cannot attack the villain. I guess that means any villain? I don't think it means just him. So I guess that means any villain. That's not ideal. Alright, we're going into turn 4. None of this is ideal. I keep saying that, but it's true. I could have done this for 1, but that wouldn't really mean much. I would like Jessica Jones out. This has to be used on a resource card. Perfect. In fact, let's just spend these 2, or I'm sorry, on an aspect card. So here's Jessica. I'm sorry. Here's another finesse, and we're gonna spend both of those. That's 2 and 3 from You'll Pay for That to get Jessica Jones out here. Now she gets +1 thwart for each side scheme in play, so there's 4 side schemes, so she has 5 thwart right now. We are going to use that. So you're at 8. We could get rid of that, or we could get Thunderball down. We're gonna use our 5 thwart, taking 1 damage here on Bulldozer. Okay. So we got this out here, and we got 1 of these, so we only got 1 aspect card that we use, but that is 2 attack, and we will use that 2 attack to take out the escaped convict, who was from Pile Driver's set. That's okay. We at least got rid of him. Okay. Okay. Let's see how this goes. We can draw up to our hand size of 5. There's Jessica Drew's apartment. All right, one threat going on the main scheme. I really have to start thinking about that main scheme. I keep forgetting about that. And then we're going to put one threat in everyone else. So you go down to 1, 2, 3. Is anyone at 10? Because I believe that's where they all hit. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 6, 7, and 4. Okay, so no one's there. But this goes to one of the highest, which I believe is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, it's still Thunderball. So he's going to attack. His attack is 1. I have nothing to defend with. I have Jessica Jones, but I'm not going to take her out. So his attack is 1, I think. We just need to defend with it. I think it's time to defend. And we used Jessica Jones last turn. I think that's all we put out besides Finesse. So it's just 2 defense. So his attack is 1 plus this. 3. So that's 1 damage to me. And then he does an additional damage to each character I control. So that's 1 more damage to me. And 1 more damage to Jessica Jones, unfortunately, which means we lost out on that ability to thwart. Then we have to do an encounter card. Lightning Blast. Thunderball attacks you. If your attack is undefended, place 3 threat on Thunderball's side scheme. Well, I guess Jessica Jones could take it. I think what's his attack at? 1 plus a boost card. You know, we're gonna take it, and we're gonna use Jessica Jones in order to thwart this turn and get rid of her. Well, what is his ability here? After threat is placed here, if there's 10 blah, 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 stun each friendly character, remove all but 3 threat. Stun everyone, huh? You know what, we're just gonna have Jessica Jones take this. She's gonna defend this for us. So it is defended, so that's gonna be 1. Okay, just the 1, but that's enough to take out Jessica. And then we have to take an additional 1 for his extra bonus there. That's not what I wanted to happen this turn. As you can probably tell. We will use Finesse 1, 2, and 1 self-propelled glide to get melee damage, dealing 3 damage to an enemy. Oh, he would have attacked. Bring me down 2 more. And we're on turn 5. So we're going to do 3 damage to an enemy, including Corrupt Prison Guard, so he's gone. And the other 3, we're going to do to Pile Driver, because he's only got 3 left. So he's out. He is just out. And in fact, your HP is now my turn counter. So thanks, Pile Driver. And I have to take a retaliate damage for that. Okay, so that's 1 thing down. I really need to get this down if possible. I don't have anything to deal with it though. Oh, I should have used this instead of spending this. So that's 1, 2, 3 I spent on that. Perfect. And we're going to do 1, 2, 3 on Helicarrier. Hopefully that ends up being worth it. Long term. Thinking long term. We're going to switch over. We really have to thwart next turn. There's no way around it. Can't heal or anything, so that is just the end of the turn. We get 6 cards. Very well. 1 threat's going on the main scheme, so we were at 5 of 6 there. And then that's 1 more going everywhere else. So we'll go 5, get a 3 and a 4 off here. 5, 3 and 4 off here. And 1 more over here. So this is at 10. So when that reaches 10, I believe you lower it to 3 for 1. And then after threat is placed here at 10, stun each friendly character, remove all but 3 threat here. So we're stunned. Womp womp. I didn't even look at what I have for next turn. Assess the situation is nice. I've got Power of Justice, but no cards that would help with that situation. So we're going to have to use Breakout if possible. We're going to have to get rid of Breakout if possible. So we can get rid of this for now. Who's our top one now? Our top one is Day of Reckoning at 9. Okay, so his attack, if undefended, oh, he's gonna scheme actually. So that's 2 plus the boost card, which no matter what it is gonna put me over. Yep, there we go. This is over. Bring me down to 3. And after threat here is reach 10, deal 2 damage to each friendly character. Remove all but 3 threat from the scheme. 2 damage, huh? That is going to defeat me. I was going to heal this turn, but that doesn't work because I'm already at 2. So that is my first loss. Not surprised, really. Not sure what I'm doing with Wrecking Crew still. I'm really trying to figure it out. I don't know if I need to focus on one and just get it out of there, or if I should be spreading it all out, but we'll see. I'm going to pick up and try again in a second. Be right back. Alright, we are back. We're about to try again. Alright, I'm trying to think of how I want to approach this. That's 1 loss, and I wanted 3 wins. So that's not great. I need to take out these villains, and I think I need to concentrate on one at a time. I really don't like Pile Driver because I don't like Retaliate. That always bites me the wrong way. So I really do want to get rid of him, and plus he's really low health, so it doesn't seem that bad. The issue is that then I'm opening myself up to some of these harder villains later on. I did build a bit of a board last turn, and maybe that was a waste. Maybe I should be focusing just on events as opposed to building a board of any sort. So we are looking at Under Surveillance, which would help considering how I ended last turn. These containment immunities aren't going to do anything for me on my first turn, so we're going to mulligan those. Yeah, we're going to mulligan those two, and that's how we're going to do this turn. We're going to use Jessica Drew's ability to look at the top card of some deck. Let's say... we'll look at the top of ours, see what we can plan for next turn. We got to assess the situation here for next turn. Okay. Is there any way we can stay in hero form? We could stay in hero form. And we can get Helicarrier for next turn. I think that's what we want to do. I'm going to just stay in hero form. We're going to let them scheme this turn. Let them have their fun. And then next turn... right, the kill and go. Oh! If that didn't do Retaliate damage, then I probably would have survived that, wouldn't I? It would have brought me down to 1 damage instead of 0. Oh well. That's not the first time I made a mistake like that. Trust me. Most of the mistakes I make are not in my favor. So, we are going to go ahead and say we get our hand size of 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Ooh, we got Jessica Drew's apartment. Very good. 1 threat going on the main scheme. And that's 1 threat to everyone else. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now we go to the top one, which I believe is Thunderball. Nope, it's still Day of Reckoning. Never mind. Doesn't move at all. Where he's going to scheme. He has a scheme of 2 plus our boost card. 3. Is that enough? That's enough to bust me already. 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're just going to go ahead and put the 3 there. 2 damage to each friendly character. Okay. Very well. Bringing me down to 9 health. You know, that's probably the best time for that to happen, honestly, because then he's just cleared out early. I'm okay with it. So there's that, and then we still have to do an encounter card before going on to turn 2. And that encounter card is Corrupt Prison Guard. He's back. I cannot attack the villain while he's in play. Alright, well, we've got a melee to deal with him, so I'm not too nervous. I would like to get Finesse up there. I'd really like to get Jessica Drew's apartment also. Exhaust Jessica Drew and search the top 5 cards of your deck for an aspect card and add it to your hand. You know, we're going to use Helicarrier to get this out here for free so we can use it. Top 5 cards of my deck, huh? I need an aspect card to my hand. Could get Jessica Jones nice and early. Inconspicuous is good. Concussive Blow. I'm going to go Jessica Jones. I don't know if I'm going to use her yet. I hope I can. And then who's going to be the top villain next turn? It's probably going to be Thunderball at his 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we're going to use Jessica Drew's ability to look at this card. It's a 0 boost card, so that is fine. Alright, let's switch over to Spider-Woman. I would like... we're going to do 1, 2, 3. Do I want to get Melee out there or Jessica Jones? Yeah, I mean, it's worked so far. I'm okay with it. It's not so bad getting that 2 damage at the beginning. So I've spent 3. I could either do Melee or Jessica Jones, and I'm having a hard time deciding. If I do Melee, Corrupt Prison Guard is gone, and we can get 3 damage to someone else. Perfect. If I get Jessica Jones, though, she gets 5 thwart, which is really going to help smooth out some of those bumpy incidents up there, and we can really have whoever we want to attack us. I think I'm gonna go with melee and just clear out Corrupt Prison Guard, and I'll do the 3 damage to Thunderball, bringing him down to 0. That might have been a mistake. It wouldn't be my first one. And then we're going to assess the situation so that we can get ourselves up to 6 cards this turn. Now, we only did melee this turn, I think. So we only get 2 to anything we want to do. I think I'm going to just focus on clearing Thunderball out. I could take his threat down, and that would open it up to someone else being the one attacking. Yeah, we're gonna no, we're going to attack him. We're bringing him down to 8. We're gonna see if that's worth it. Okay, and we have a hand size of 6 because we did assess the situation. All right, we've got a very justice heavy hand here. Did get a Venom Blast, which is nice. Concussive Blow could be helpful. I really never use Captain Marvel because she's so expensive. She's a great ability, there's no doubt about it, but she's so expensive. Alright, we're going to see what happens. 1 threat's going on the main scheme. And then raising everyone else up by 1. I don't think anyone busted from that. Nope, but this is going to the top one, so that's going to be 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's going to be Thunderball. So he's going to attack, and his attack is 1, and he does an additional damage afterwards. We get a defense of 2, right? Yeah, let's just defend against that. So we have 2 defense, so 1 plus the boost card of 0. That's right, we knew what it was. That's why we checked it earlier. So it's going to be 0 damage to us, so that's great. But he is then going to do an encounter card. Get wrecked. The villain whose side scheme has the least threat attacks you. So the one of the least threat. 5, 5. That's a tie. I guess in that case I get to choose. I'm choosing Pile Driver because he's going to make an extra 2 attack since I can't defend. So he's going to attack for 2. And then this boost card. Move the active counter to the villain with the least threat. Very well. If you are in hero form, that villain attacks you after this attack. That attack does not get a boost card. Okay, so he's going to attack me again. So he's going to get an attack of 2, and then 2 more damage. So he's going to do 4 damage total, bringing me down to 5 HP. Looks like we're going to have to heal up this turn if possible. Let's see what we can do about that. I can use Concussive Blow to take down whoever's going to be the highest one. It's probably going to be Thunderball. So he won't be able to scheme at least with his 3. Yeah, that's probably the best way to do this. Concussive Blow. So we're going to use Helicarrier, Venom Blast, and Captain... Oh, or I could use Jessica Jones. Hold on. No, we're going to use Helicarrier, Venom Blast, Captain Marvel do Concussive Blow, using a punch resource. Did I use any? No, I didn't, so maybe I could switch up to something else. Oh, I don't have any. So it's not actually going to deal the damage. I'm just going to confuse them. Maybe that's not what I want to do. Maybe instead we do Inconspicuous a few times. So we can use Helicarrier to move 3 threat from among schemes. Let's go ahead. We will clear the road because I don't want him anytime soon. Maybe not that. Maybe we'll take 2 off of him. And we'll take 1 off of Thunderball here, because he's still going to be enough. I don't want him to go over. No, just 1 off of this one, and 1 off the main scheme. So I'll spread it out among those 3. Okay. So that's that. This could deal 5 damage. That would take him down to 3. Let's go ahead and take down Thunderball. 4. 5 more damage, bringing him down to 3. And then we're going to go ahead and do another Inconspicuous to take 3 more threat off of schemes. Let's go ahead and clear off the main one. So I have 2 left. We're going to take 1 off of Thunderball here and the other one off of Clear the Road. Gives me an option of what I want to do next turn. We're going to switch to Alter Ego form, use Jessica Drew's Apartment to get the card of my choice into my hand for next turn. Or maybe this turn if it's free. Lay Down the Law. I want Lay Down the Law this turn. Yeah, that's going to help a lot. If I can be in Alter Ego form with Lay Down the Law, I will have a few more options available to me than I currently have. I have to heal next turn. There's no way around that. But we'll be able to use Jessica Drew's Apartment again. That's good news. Alright, that Inconspicuous helped quite a bit. I'm glad about that. Still not doing too great. I'm always nervous in this particular scenario because there's just so much that can happen that I can lose track of easily. So we have 6 cards our hand size. Alright, lots of resources in here. We could get Brawn out pretty easily. And then we can use Lay Down the Law also. So I'm pretty excited about that turn. Okay. So 1 threat's going on the main scheme. And then we have to do 1 to everyone else. It's just going to get all 4 here. So that's at 6, 6, 6, and 5. So I get to choose. He's got an attack of 1, but then does an additional damage afterwards. Oh, who's got the lowest scheme? The lowest scheme is Bulldozer. So we're going to allow him to scheme. Yeah. Oh, wait, he's the only one I can't choose because he's at 5. Everyone else is at 2. So I guess I'll leave it at Pile Driver for now. He can go ahead. He can do his scheme of 2 plus the boost card here. I am confused. That doesn't help anyone. I guess it helps them. And then that's still just 2 going out there. So that's 3, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Was that my event card? No, that was the scheming boost card. So we're going to turn 3, but doing an encounter card. When revealed, you are confused. If you're already confused, Pile Driver schemes. Okay, that's not good. 2, 3, 4. That is gonna do it. This one's gonna bust. That came out of nowhere. After threat is placed here, if there is 10 or more, each player discards an upgrade or support they control with the highest cost. Remove this. Oh man, I'm just about to use Helicarrier. I was gonna use that this turn. Okay. I did not want that to happen, as you can imagine. Alright, we're going to the turn 3. We're going to start with Jessica Drew's Apartment, taking 5 cards, and taking an aspect card into our hand. Melee sounds really nice right now, for the, the payback. Skilled Strike, not as much. Oh, I just realized if I use Lay Down the Law, I'm confused, so it's not going to really work. Who do I want to take here? I could take any one of these. They're all aspect cards. I think I'm going to take Melee. We can definitely clear out Thunderball if I've got Melee. And that'll be 1 down. We have to heal. So we're going to take 3. Going up to 8. Maybe we should just let that one bust at some point. We'll see. We have a few options available to us. I can still use our ability to look at the top of someone's deck. He's going to be the highest, but so is he. So we're going to look at the top of Thunderball. No, we're going to look at the top of Wrecker's deck. He's got 1 there. So his attack would be 3 if I defend, 5 if I don't, which would be damaging, to say the least. Okay, we're gonna switch over to Spider-Woman. Do I want to use Lay Down the Law? I was gonna do it for free with my Helicarrier, but now I'm not so sure, given the loss of that. No, I'll just try and do it manually next turn if possible. We're going to spend Power of Aggression, and you'll pay for that. And do I want to get Brawn out or Melee? We're going to do, instead of that, we're going to do Melee, taking 3 damage off of Thunderball, taking him out of the game. So he's gone. And that is going to bring me up. I'm going to just put this at turn 3 because that's where we are right now. Perfect. And I can still do 3 more damage. Let's start whittling down either Wrecker. I don't like Pile Driver's Retaliate. I really don't. Or Bulldozer. Let's bring down Bulldozer. Bring him down to 9. We'll see if that's a mistake soon enough, I'm sure. Just going to put that here to mark what I played. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Well, it's going to matter for my defense. Let's go ahead and play 1, 2, 3 to get Brawn out. After Brawn attacks, remove 1 threat from a scheme. That's nice. We're going to go ahead and attack Bulldozer. And we'll move 1 threat from... We'll do Day of... No, we're going to do it from this one. Okay, so that's good. That's good. So far it's working. And then we're going to use Assess the Situation to get us up to a hand size of 6 again. That's all we can do. That is our turn. Yet again. That is 1 threat on the main scheme. 1 threat for everyone else. And once again, we've defeated 1 villain. We're going to see if that matters, though. We get to choose now, because... Oh, no, we don't. He's still number 1. That's 7. So we already know his attack's going to be at least 5 if I don't defend. I have nothing really to defend with. So I guess we defend this turn. We spent only... we spent just... what's the aspect? Aggression. So we can only defend for 2. So that's going to be a defense of 2. His boost, again, is 2 plus this 1 for 3. So that's 1 damage to us. And then his encounter card, before we go on to turn 4, is Chaos in the Prison. Choose to either discard an upgrade you control or place 1 threat on the active villain's scheme for each upgrade you control. What do I want to do? Do I want to lose Jessica Drew's apartment? Or do I want to just... we're just going to put 1 threat in the main scheme. I don't have a very big board, so that's not a huge hit. And we're back to our turn. We've got Skilled Strike, Daredevil. Big fan of that. Okay, we're going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4 to get Daredevil out here. He is going to, after he attacks, he can do 1 damage. After he thwarts, he can do 1 damage. So he's going to thwart the main scheme here for 1, doing his 1 damage to Bulldozer, bringing him down to 8. Brawn is also going to attack him for 1 damage, and when he does that, he takes 1 threat off a scheme. And that's going to be Day of Reckoning here. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. She defended, so she's pretty much out. Can't do anything else. I can switch over, though, and then use Jessica Drew's apartment to plan my next turn, and potentially... But then he's going to bust for sure. What is his? 2 damage to each friendly character. Ooh, I don't like that. We have to stay as this one, given the situation we're in. I should have lowered him instead of the other ones. Okay, we have to stay this way. And if that's the case, that's the case. But we did spend 1... I guess we just spent Daredevil, didn't we? Yeah, we did. So, that means we just have 2 defense again. This might not work out. Alright. 1 threat goes on the main scheme. And then 1 for everyone else. 1, 2, 3. Wrecker's going to attack. I don't think I have a choice of anyone else. Nope. I have to defend, basically. I've got a defense of 2. He's got an attack of 2 plus this boost card of 1, so that's just 1 more damage again. And an encounter card before going on to turn 5. And that encounter card is Crowbar Toss. Wrecker attacks you, then move the active villain counter to the villain whose side scheme has the least threat. So we're going to go down to Pile Driver, and he's going to attack me. I don't want to really lose Brawn or Daredevil, but his attack's going to be 2, 4 plus a boost. There's a chance I'll lose that one. So which one do we lose? I think we have to lose Brawn. Now I've got 3 more uses out of Brawn though. So I could either use Brawn for 3 more thwart or Daredevil for 2 more thwart. Oh no, sorry, 4 more thwart. We're going to lose Brawn. We're going to sacrifice Brawn to this. So he's defending me. So that's 2 plus this boost. 3, 4. That's the end of Brawn, obviously. Okay. Didn't like that. Didn't like that one bit. We're going to have Daredevil remove 2 threat from a scheme. We will bring it down on this one, right? Yeah. And when he does that, he does 1 damage. So we're going to do 1 damage to the Bulldozer, bringing him down to 6. We will... I really want to do melee, but I don't know if there's any value in that. We could instead do Pheromones, and that would stun and confuse Wrecker, which could be really helpful, considering the last couple turns. Yeah, we're going to do 1, 2 to get Martial Prowess out here. Oh no, it doesn't work, does it? Nope. I wanted to do both. Am I missing a card? I only have 5 because that's my card size, not hand size. Never mind. I can't do both. I think the smart thing to do is Pheromones. So 1, 2. Getting Pheromones out here so that we can stun and confuse Wrecker. 5, 6, because I have the choice. So he's going to be stunned and confused. And then we are going to switch over to this form. And hopefully next turn... I used Daredevil this turn, didn't I? So we should have a damage on him. Hopefully this turn we get a better hand we're looking at. I can still use their ability. Look at the top card of any deck. Let's look at the top of Wreckers so I know what I'm dealing with. 2. Okay. 4, 5, and 6. Alright, let's do 1 threat on the main scheme. Then 1 for everyone else. 1, 2, 3. This goes to the 1. Where's that? 1 with the highest is Wrecker. Was he supposed to attack me last turn and I missed that? I think I just forgot to move this. But I'm pretty sure he was still the highest one at that point. So he's still the highest now. He goes to attack me. I'm sorry, he goes to scheme, but he's confused. And then before turn 6, we have to do an encounter card, which will probably kill me. You're dead meat. That's not a good start. Deal 1 damage to the hero or ally with the fewest remaining hit points. If that character is defeated this way, place 3 threat on the main scheme. Oh, on Wrecker's side scheme. So, the 1 damage to the hero or ally with the fewest points remaining. That's Daredevil. So he's defeated, and that's 3 threat going on his scheme. That is enough to get him to 10. So, even though I had him stunned and confused, he still managed to pull this off. And that again is 2 damage to each friendly character. Bringing me down to 4. Not a great start. It's not the start. What am I talking about? We're pretty deep into this now. No, she should be ready. She didn't defend it or anything. Okay, we're going to start with Jessica Drew's apartment. Drawing 5 cards. Oh, we have to get an encounter card for that. Because we have to shuffle everything up. Hopefully we get something good back. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we get one aspect card. Oh, you get Jessica Jones back. Or you'll pay for that. Given the two options, I'm going to take Jessica Jones. Because I don't have much in the way of thwart right now, considering I'm still confused. So it's not going to be Wrecker again this turn. It's going to be most likely Bulldozer. So what can we do to clear that out? I could use Pheromones on him. I have to heal. There's no way around that, so I have to get up to 7. I really wish I had the protection aspect card that I could heal with right now. That would be ideal. Pheromones is nice though. Pheromones is definitely going to help. I can't use Lay Down the Law without wasting that Confused, basically. Do I even want to switch this turn? I think I have to. I don't have anything that like builds up. It's all... Well, Jessica Jones could go out. I could spend the Power of Justice and Lay Down the Law to get Jessica Jones out. And since there are 1, 2, 3 side schemes, she'll have a thwart of 4. That's nice. With a thwart of 4, we could make it so that he's not the next person in play. Since he'll be stunned, yes, we're going to take 4 off of there. I see what I'm thinking now. Alright, so that's that. Taking 1 damage to herself. Okay, that's a better start. Do we want to switch over, or should we just stay here and heal again next turn? Because I can't use any of these events. But they'd be really nice next turn. Concussive Blow is not really doing anything for me, I don't think. Especially with the hands that I've been having, so maybe we'll discard that. I think I am going to take the chance of not doing anything else this turn. Staying in Alter Ego form. Because he's going to scheme for 3, 4, 5, 6, 2. That could bust. Now I think about it, that could be bad still. We're going to take the chance. We're going to take the chance because I believe that is a damage to everyone. I have to discard an upgrade so I could lose the apartment, but I might not. I might not. Okay, we're going to take that chance. We're going to stay as Jessica Drew and heal up again next turn, getting to almost full health before going forward. And I think I'm going to discard Concussive Blow. I think that's what I want to do. Okay, and I get to draw 3 more cards. Okay, we'll see if that was a bad idea. We're going to find out real fast, trust me. 1 threat there. 1, 2, 3. The active one goes to Pile Driver here. He is going to scheme. Everyone should be readied up, by the way. He's going to scheme for 2 plus his boost card, 3, 4, which is more than enough to run this over. So Pile It On is over. And I have to remove an upgrade, which was Jessica Drew's apartment, which I don't want to lose, but I did. That's just how it goes. So that's one thing. And I still have to do 2 encounter cards before going on to turn 7. So first the Wrecker one. Place 2 threat on each side scheme. That's not great. 1, 2. And I'll put 3 there and take 1 off. Okay, well at least that's over. And then a new Corrupt Prison Guard. There's always one waiting around the corner. Okay, we are back as Jessica Drew. We are going to heal again, bringing me up to 10. We're looking at 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to try and go with Wrecker next turn. Let's go ahead and look at the top of his deck. Great. We're going to use Jessica Jones here for thwart of 1, 2, 3, 4, taking 4 off of clear the road here. Jessica, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna switch over now. The power of aggression plus 4 justice for melee here. 3 damage to one enemy, getting rid of Corrupt Prison Guard. 3 damage to another enemy, bringing Bulldozer down. Yeah, let's bring Bulldozer down to 3. Then I could do Pheromones, or I could save melee. If I have melee, I can get rid of Bulldozer guaranteed next turn. But if I use Pheromones, I could really take down Pile Driver, because he's the one I'm going to focus on next, I think, since he's already stunned. I think I'm going to spend Assess the Situation, so I get the +1 hand size. And then next turn here, we will go ahead and do our melee to take out Bulldozer. So I get 6 hand card size. All right, 1 threat goes on the main scheme. And then that's 1 threat across the board for everyone else. So you are now 7, 6, and 3. Wrecker goes to attack, but he's stunned, so that's that. Then we have his encounter card to deal with before going on to turn 8. And that encounter card reads, the active villain heals 3 hit points. Give that villain a tough status card. That should be him, by the way. He gets a tough status card and he heals 3 hit points, but he's already at max health, so I guess that doesn't really fully happen. He just gets the tough status card, which isn't what I wanted him to have, but I will take it at this point. We're going to start with Jessica Jones, using her to clear out the main scheme here. And then she's going to go away. You did enough, Jessica. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can't recommend that card enough in this situation. Then we're going to go for melee. So 1, 2, and 3 for melee. Defeating Bulldozer, so he's out of the game. That feels good. That feels really good, especially after the last game. And I'm going to spend these other 2 to do Pheromones. And we're going to do the Pheromones to Wrecker. So you get to be the proud owner of every single status card record. Enjoy. So I used a aggression and a leadership. And I think that's all I did this turn. Yes. So that is +2. So I do get an attack of 3, which we're going to use right now on Pile Driver. I'm bringing him down to 8 and taking me down 1 HP. I'll take it. I really will. It's a small victory at this point. So I'm still confused, but it hasn't been a problem yet. I've been having allies do all of my thwarting. Not really an option now. I just lost Jessica. All right, what are we looking at next turn? I'm just curious. So we've got Finesse. We've got Containment Immunity, Helicarrier. So I've got a lot of setup stuff, but not really a lot of actions for this next turn. So this next one might be about seeing what abilities I can use in order to maximize my regular basic moves. All right, 1 threat's going on the main scheme. 1 for everyone else. Active villain token goes to the one of the highest, which is still going to be Day of Reckoning. He's still got that tough status card, but he is stunned, so we're going to go ahead and let him attack. Well, not let him attack. He's going to be stunned, so that's that. And then before going on to turn 9, we have to take care of his event card. His encounter card. Attached to Wrecker. After Wrecker attacks, place 1 threat on the side scheme with the least threat. Exhaust your hero and discard 1 card at random from your hand to get rid of that. Okay. We will spend this energy to get Finesse out. And then we're going to spend Okay. That should be different. We're going to use this for a aspect card. Plus you'll pay for that to get containment out. I know I don't have to really heal. It's just going to give me 1 HP instead of the usual 3. What I really want, though, is that tough status card. That's what I actually want. And we spent this, so that is a +1 to my moves. So +1 to my basic attack and stuff. So we could do 2 attack to Pile Driver, taking 1 more damage, or we could get rid of Wrecker's tough status, which would be really nice. Or we could scheme. We could thwart, because he's at 3, 4, 5, 6. You're at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I could take 2 threat off of his scheme. Or we could get rid of this. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I do that, he's going to be the top one next. Maybe we just focus on taking Pile Driver then, and let that just kind of play itself out. Okay, yeah, we're going to do 2 attack, 2 Pile Driver, bringing this down. No, we're going to do 2 thwart. I'm sorry, we're doing 2 thwart, 2 Day of Reckoning. I think, no. Ah, man, this is such a hard choice sometimes. The real waste of that tough status card if I attack Pile Driver is my thought right now. I could take threat off of either one of them, or I could just get rid of his tough status card and be done with it. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to get rid of his tough status card. And I think, do I want to switch over? If I had Jessica Drew's apartment, I definitely would switch over. But I don't. You know, we're going to do it because he's going to be next and he's confused. It'll give us a chance to get a higher hand next turn, and hopefully that'll help us out. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're going to hope that works out for us. 1 threat goes on that main scheme. Then 1, 2. He goes to scheme, but he's confused. Then he's going to get an encounter card before we go on to turn 10. Attach the active villain's side scheme. That cannot be removed from the attached side scheme by thwarting. The villain corresponding to the attached side scheme attacks you, then discard this card. So I guess that's something I get to choose to do at my leisure. We'll see if that helps. It's not helping. So I have Melee, which is good for certain situations. We have Daredevil, which is even better for even more situations. We're gonna start our turn. Let's use... I don't need the heal or anything, but I can still use that ability. Oh, wait. Okay, I know exactly what we're doing this turn. We are going to go ahead and switch over. We're going to spend Strength on Venom Blast, dealing 5 damage to Pile Driver, bringing him down to 3. And I take 1 Retaliate damage for that. Then, we're going to spend 1, 2, 3 on Melee, doing 3 damage to 2 different enemies. So he's defeated, and I don't take Retaliate damage for that. Yes, 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 yes. This is what I want to see. And then that's 3 damage to Wrecker, bringing him down to 11. This is... It's amazing how much lower my stress is right now after that just happened. Since we spent that... we did 2 aggression cards. I didn't use this. I guess I could have. We're going to go... Oh, you know what? I was confused. I couldn't remove that threat. Oh, I removed his thing. We're going to go ahead and remove our confused status so that next turn... I was tough, so I wouldn't have lost any health. Hold on. So I was tough when I took out his 1 threat there, so that's that. And then I'm going to use my thwarting to get rid of my confused status. And he's definitely going to bust on that this turn. And we're going to lose finesse, but you know what? I need to do something, right? Gotta do something. Okay, this is looking much better. Alright, 1 threat's going on the main scheme. Then he's going to get 1, bringing him up to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's definitely, yes, that's going over. And in doing so, I have to lose what? He'll deal 2 damage to each friendly character. Okay, we're going down to... So I'm at 9 HP. Now he's going to attack for 2, 3. If I don't defend, it's going to be more than that. So we're definitely defending. So 2, 3, plus this. Move the active counter to the villain whose side team has the least, so that's fine. So it's just that 3 damage. But we had... How much defense? We spent just those, so that's 1 damage, because I did just aggression last turn. Alright, then we have to do an encounter card before going on the turn 11, and I think we're going to win this. It's so close. Place 2 threat on each side scheme. Okay, we can't lose anything there, unfortunately. We're going to get an acceleration token soon, which isn't great. So, we will spend 1, 2 to get martial prowess out here. Wait, take that back. We will spend 1, 2 to get martial prowess out, and then we'll spend 1. Maybe I didn't do that right. Hold on, let's ready everything up. Go back. Go back. I want to do martial prowess, venom blast, and pheromones, but now I realize that's too much. I have to pick 2. I want to do pheromones and venom blast then. Those are going to take me... That's going to help me the most. So we will do 1, 2, just to do 5 damage to Wrecker, bringing him down to 6. That's a lot. That's really a lot. And then we'll use our finesse plus... Oh, or I could use this to clear off this. Now, and inconspicuous to do pheromones, stunning, and confusing Wrecker. That is something I needed to happen. Okay. Not perfect, but you know what? I think we're on our way to winning this, depending on what we draw here. That's okay. We can deal with this. Alright, that's 1 threat on the main scheme. And 1 threat going up there. He goes to attack us, but he's stunned. So there's that. Then we have to do our encounter card here. And it's a new minion. Unfortunately, we are going to get an acceleration token because that was the last card and he has Surge on him. So we have to take that threat down this turn or we're going to lose on this next turn. And I'm not losing that way. Not after all the work I put into this. Alright. So it's our turn. I'm nervous. We're going to use Finesse so that we can do Inconspicuous. And we're going to take all 3 threat off of Breakout. Then I'm going to do Skilled Strike to get +2 for my attack. And since I've spent these 2, I did a Aggression and a Justice. That is 1, 2, and then +1 for each, 3, 4. And my base attack of 1 is 5, bringing him down to 1 HP. We are that close. That close. I'm gonna do... I have to do that attack for that to happen. I'm wondering if I want to assess the situation or get another Finesse out here. I think the answer is to get another finesse out here. Would it be better to have an extra resource next turn? Or would it be better to have an extra card in my hand? Because 6 cards in my hand is nice. They're almost the same, except, you know, I think the assess the situation is better just because it's going to give me more options. Yeah. Ooh, or I could switch over, because he's confused. If I switch over, yes, that's what I'm going to do. He's confused, so I'm going to switch over. I'm still going to use Assess the Situation to get 7 cards next turn, but he's confused, so nothing's going to happen there. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's my entire thing. Please don't make me draw any cards. If I draw a card, I'm going to lose it. Ready, everyone up. That's 2 threat going on the main scheme. I just want to win, but if I can clear out any of these 2 things, I'm going to do it. He's confused, so that's that. Then he's going to scheme for 1. Or actually, would that go down here? No, it's... wait, what do minions scheme to? Because they specifically say, place a threat in the side scheme instead of the main scheme. I think the escaped convict would put it down here. Am I reading that correctly? I think I am. I might have played that wrong earlier. I'm not sure. Now that I think about it, I think it's just Wrecker and the individual villains who will go to their own side scheme. I don't think that the minions do the same thing. Okay, now he's going to get an encounter card before I go on to turn 12. And that encounter card is... After Wrecker's schemes, plus 1 threat in each other villain scheme. That's not so bad, especially given the state we're in now. Okay, so we're going to see what we can do to clear some of this stuff out. Okay, we're going to use Finesse, and you'll pay for that, to get Brawn out here. He's going to attack the escaped convict. And that's going to remove 1 threat from the main scheme here. Taking 1 damage himself. Somehow I got all 3 self-propelled glides, so we're going to spend all of those on Mockingbird. I guess we'll stun Wrecker. And we're going to go ahead and take out this minion. So he's gone. Then we will switch over. We have 2 attack, and we will use that to take out Wrecker, because he has just 1 HP. Yes? Yes. Okay. That was much better than my first attempt. Much, much better. I'm going to clean up, and we're going to go ahead and give it a 3rd attempt. I wasn't sure if I'd get all 3 in tonight, because this is definitely a longer game than your normal Marvel Champions game, but I think we're going to go ahead and do it. All right. Yeah, I'll be right back. All right, we are back for one more go at this. First two, I'm 1-1. We got one loss, one victory. I'm pretty proud of the victory I had, considering I've only played this once or twice, so woohoo. That first loss, though, it hit hard. I really didn't want any losses tonight. I thought I was playing safe, and I got hit anyway. That's just how it goes sometimes. So, we're hoping to get at least 2 out of 3 by winning this game, obviously. Who's not, right? So again, if this is your first time watching, or you're watching this sometime long in the future on YouTube, this is for the Solo Champions League. Solo Champions League is a semi-competitive version of Marvel Champions that have my own design. Basically, you and any number of other players play the same setup each week. You get a few choices like which hero you're going to use, or possibly which aspect you're going to use, depending on what kind of round we're doing. And you use that information, those basic setups, to try and beat the same set of villain plus module. We rank each other out every week based on how many turns we took, how much HP was left for the villain or yourself, or any number of things. I can't think right now. I'm so tired. We are 2 of 3 in though, so we got this. Anyway, if you're interested, there's a link below. Lots of information about it. It's a lot of fun. I do like running it, but even more so I like playing it every week. I'm not great at this game. I am no god of Marvel Champions, but I really do enjoy playing it, and that's all I can ask for. So, that's what this is for. If you're interested in supporting the leagues or the videos, there's all sorts of things you can do. You can watch the videos, you can play in the leagues, that's great. There's also a few things you can do beyond that, such as checking out the Etsy store. Maybe there's some game mats there you're interested in. If you are wanting to go a little bit further, you want to dabble in a little bit of everything, there's the Patreon. The Patreon allows you to get mid-round results if you're in the leagues. It gets you special members-only rounds between seasons. It gets you thank yous in the video, and for today, I do have a thank you, and that is for Mr. Id. Mr. Id's one of the newer members of the Solo Champions League, and I hope they're enjoying themselves so far. Welcome, Mr. Id, and I hope you stick around. Alright, so we're going to get right into this, I think. I've shuffled this enough. Alright, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, what did I like about the winning game? Well, I won. That's good. I think I did a pretty good job of focusing really on 1 or 2 villains at a time and just let the rest play out. I don't mind Wrecker's attack so much. The 2 damage is fine. I can take it most of the time, especially on this very first turn. So there's a good chance that I'm going to discard anything that's not like a setup card, a board building card, in order to allow Wrecker to do his thing and allow us an extra turn to kind of build up. That's what I'm thinking. I could look at something amazing under here, though, and change all of that. So, Power of Justice, okay, Venom Blast, Inconspicuous, Under Surveillance, Mockingbird, and Venom Blast. That is enough for me to do 10 damage, right? Because they're 5, that's 10, that's hard to back away from. That's very hard to back away from. So, given that, yeah, let's do it. I will discard the Power of Justice to see if we can get something else. Maybe we could get like the Power of Aggression to help things out. We gotta assess the situation. Still can't use it in another way, but yeah. I think we're just gonna go all out, take someone down to 1 or 2 health, and like maybe I think we're gonna take Thunderball. I think we're gonna take Thunderball down to 3 health, and then wait for a melee to finish him off. That's the plan. So, before we switch over... Oh, I don't have their starting... Oh, I'm sorry about that. I don't have their starting threat. That's a big advantage if they don't get that, isn't it? Alright, 4 over here. So, we're gonna switch over. Bam. And we're gonna do 1, 2 Venom Blast. Deal 5 damage to an enemy. That enemy is going to be Thunderball, bringing him down to 8. Then we're gonna spend 1, 2 on Venom Blast, bringing him down to 3. And then we get an attack of 2 or a thwart of 2, or a defense. Well, we're still going to get the defense of 2. So what we're going to do is probably thwart. Unless I want to bring someone else down, like Bulldozer, bring him down to 10. Bring Wrecker down to a more manageable 14, or 12, I mean. I think thwarting's what I want to do, though. Let's go ahead and take down 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-bum. I really don't like Pile It On, I don't think. That's the one I dislike the most. Stunning's not great either. We're going to take it off of... I think I'm going to beat Thunderstruck pretty fast, though, so I'm not too worried about that one. We're going to go ahead and clear off... Is it Clear the Road, maybe? Yeah, I don't want Clear the Road to happen. I don't know if it's happening anytime soon, but I don't want it to happen, period. So let's open up our 5 cards. Please be a melee in here. All I want is a melee for Christmas. Ah, it didn't happen. Curses. Curses, Santa. Okay. 1 threat in the main scheme. 1 across the board. 1, 2, 3, 4. Staying with Wrecker, I believe. He's going to attack, and his attack is 2, possibly 4 if I don't defend. So we're obviously going to defend. Beep. And that defense is going to be worth 2. So he's got an attack of 2 plus this boost of... Wrecker gets +3 attack for this activation unless you place 2 threat on his side scheme. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do it. Let's just do the 2 threat. Because honestly, it helps. It makes me feel better, at least. Let's just say that way. So let's do that way. Okay. So he gets +2 attack for this activation unless I do that. So it's just the 2 attack, which I defended and is blocked. So then we go on to turn 2 after an encounter card. Wrecker schemes. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on hero form. Wrecker attacks you. Then move the active villain counter to the villain whose side scheme has the least threat. So that's going to be Bulldozer. He's going to attack me again, which I can't defend against. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 plus a boost of 6, bringing me down to 5. Oh man, I thought we had a good start there. Now I'm hurting. I'm hurting bad. Okay, that's not pretty. Maybe I go all out. Maybe I get Captain Marvel out this turn. After Captain Marvel uses a basic power, draw 1 card. I mean, that's nice. Let's do it. 2, 3, 4. Captain Marvel. Okay. She's going to thwart. We will take Wrecker. Yeah, we'll take Wrecker down 2. You know, I'm just going to change those out. That was a bad idea. I should have just taken out the 2 ones. Okay, that's 1 damage to her, and I get to draw a card for that. I don't really want Self-Propelled Glide. Ready Spider-Woman, she gets the aerial. I mean, I guess I could ready her up and do another attack, but it's just going to be 1. You know what? We're going to do it. We're going to do Self-Propelled Glide to ready up Spider-Woman. And then we're going to switch over here and heal for 3, bringing me up to 8. So that worked out better than I expected. Okay. That is 1 threat going on the main scheme, and then 1 for everyone else. So... let's see how we do this. We'll put a 3 there, taking 2 off. 1, 2, 3. So then this is going to move to the one of the most. So that's 4, 5, 7, 8. It's Wrecker. Now Wrecker is going to scheme for 2 plus a boost card. That hurts. All right, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be more than enough, I think. Yeah, he only needed 2 more. So down to 3. And what's he do? 2 damage to each friendly character. That's the end of Captain Marvel already. That was an expensive card draw. Okay. And 2 damage to Jessica Drew. Bringing me down to 6. Very well. So then, before turn 3 comes, we have to do another encounter card. The villain whose side scheme has the most threat schemes. So 4, 5, so he schemes. Oh, no, Thunderstruck does. He schemes for 3, which is gonna bust it, no matter what this is. Ta-da. So that's over. And now that's gonna happen. After threat is placed here, no blah, remove all but 3 threat. Stun each character, that's what I was looking for. Okay, that was not ideal. That was far from it. I have the melee too that I was going to use to get rid of him. So, what can we do? I was going to heal this turn, and now I can't. If I use... Sorry, I'm just laying out what I could do this turn. So if I use this on that... 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 on this. Okay. Very well. Okay. So we're going to switch over to Jessica Drew, and we're going to do her base attack just to get rid of stunned. I know I didn't heal. I really wanted to heal, but it just didn't feel like an option. So we will use Power of Aggression and Lay Down the Law to deal 3 damage to 2 sources. So Thunderball is out of the game. That is the end of him. And we will use this now for our turn counter. That's 1. Then, I think I do 1, 2, 3 to get Helicarrier out. Just to hope that next turn it's a little bit better. And I can't, like, defend or anything. There's nothing else I could really do. I guess we get the ready up so we can still defend. What did we play this turn? We played Helicarrier and Melee. So I do get 2 defense, whatever happens here. We get our 5 cards. We got a Self-Propelled Glide, a Lay Down the Law. 2 you'll pay for that, but that's not really going to help me, I don't think. Alright, 1 threat goes on the main scheme, which I need to start looking at. 1 threat on everyone else. I am glad that we got rid of a villain already, but I don't like the state I'm in at 6 health. So, the active villain is now 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to be Pile Driver. He has an attack of 2 plus a boost card. That attack's going to get... am I defending? I'm not defending. Ooh, it's an attack of 4. So that's not ideal. Bring me down to 2. In fact, maybe I'll use a You'll Pay for that. After a villain attacks you, remove 1 threat from a scheme for each damage you took. So I can take 4 threat off a scheme. We're going to take it off of Pile It On. Then we have to do an encounter card before going on to turn 4. That encounter card reads, Held Hostage. Attach the active villain. That threat cannot be removed from that side scheme. I'm very glad I just removed all that threat. The villain corresponding to the attached side scheme attacks you, then discard this card. We're going to defend against the attack this turn. So we have a defense of 2. He has an attack of 2, plus this boost card. Move the active counter to the villain whose side scheme has the least threat. So we don't take any... Nothing changes. Okay, that's okay. So basically, he's still the villain with the least threat, so it just stays there. His attack was 2, his defense, my defense was 2. That's just null and void. I can live with that. Okay. We have to heal. There's no way around that. So we're going to spend... What's better? I could get self-propelled glide up. I think I need to get self-propelled glide up. So we're going to spend lay down the law to get self-propelled glide out so I can ready up. Then switch over to alter ego form and heal for 3, bringing me up to 5 HP. And then that's the rest of my hand kind of out. Ready everything up and drop 6. I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm seeing. So we can use Helicarrier to get Jessica Drew's apartment out and get a new card for that. So that's very good. Okay. 1 threat goes on the main scheme. I don't have anything to deal with threat though, so that's not ideal. And then we have to do 1 threat going on everything else. And then this is going to move to the highest one, which I believe is now Bulldozer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Yes. And he is going to scheme. So that's 1 plus his boost card, getting us to move the active counter to the villain whose side scheme has the least. So that's going back over here and just 1 threat. That, all things considered, not so bad. We'll put 1 threat on there by adding a 5 and taking off 4. Just to show that is at 8. And then we have to do an encounter card for Pile Driver before going on to turn 5. I am confused. If I'm already confused Pile Driver schemes, I am not liking that. Okay. Start our turn. We're going to heal again. We got to get at least up to 8, right? Then we're going to use Helicarrier to get Jessica Drew's apartment out here. We're going to use that to draw 5 cards. I'm hoping to get a Justice card in my hand. For Justice sounds real nice. Daredevil sounds even nicer, honestly. Containment would get me 2 more, though. 2 more HP back. What's my hand look like? I need to clear this off, though. So I think we have to do For Justice, just to keep myself safe. Gotta clear off Breakout, or we're gonna lose that way, and that's not a fun game. That's not a fun way to lose. Alright, so we have to do For Justice. We're gonna... Oh, I'm confused, though. No. I am confused. Okay. We gotta make this work. Oh, I've got Self-Propelled Glide. Perfect. We will switch over. We're gonna spend... you'll pay for that to do Self-Propelled Glide so I can ready up. Then we're gonna Thwart to get rid of this Confuse thing, so that's a big waste. But we can then spend 1, 2 to do For Justice. I can remove 4 threat if I paid for it with a science, which I did via melee. So Breakout is cleared out. So there's that. That's very good news. That's a good start. Then I can't afford to do these 2 things, but I want them for next turn, so that's good news. Ready up. And then let's find out how bad off we are. I really wanted to stay and heal another turn, but it didn't quite work out that way. 1 threat's going on the main scheme. Then 1 more across the board. He's at 8, which I don't like. And he's going to attack. His attack is 3. And it gains overkill, so I don't really have anyone to defend anyway, so it's not a huge difference. His attack is 3. I think we just take it. I think we just take it this time. And then in the hopes that we can switch over to Jessica Drew on this next turn and heal up the following turn. Okay. 3, 4, 5 damage, bringing me down to 3 health. Then he has an encounter card before we go on to turn 6. Choose to either discard an upgrade you control or place 1 threat on the active villain's side scheme for each upgrade you control. I have no upgrades. If you don't control any upgrades, this card gains Surge. Okay, well, I guess that's pretty clear. Bull Rush. Bulldozer attacks you. Discard the top card of your deck for each damage dealt by this attack. I didn't want that to happen. Yeah, I can't stop it. We can defend for 1. I spent for Justice last turn. And I did Self-Propelled Glide, so it doesn't count. So that's a defense of 2. He has an attack of 3 plus this boost card. 4, 5. Minus my 2 defense. Oh, I lost again. I lost again. He did an attack of 5. I have 2 defense. And I have only 3 HP. So I lost again. Man, that hurt. I thought I was doing pretty good. Man, I have a lot of practice to do with this game. I really do. Sometimes it really just gets you. I thought I was doing good. Okay, that's fine. I still have fun doing it. I really like playing as Spider-Woman. I like switching it up and having multiple aspects is, I guess, the biggest part of it. Sometimes, especially when I play mostly solo, and it's that fact that's more than mostly, it's pretty much 99% solo. So with that, having just one aspect sometimes feels limiting. It feels like you have like one focus of what you can do, and maybe your character has some other things, but you're really doing this one thing. And hopefully the other things kind of work themselves out. With Spider-Woman, I was able to do 2 things, like focus on attacking and also take down threat as needed via Justice. At least that's how it was supposed to work. It worked that way sometimes. It worked that way sometimes, but tonight it didn't. That's okay. That's all I've got for tonight. I really enjoyed it. I really wanted to get 3 for 3, and I got 1 for 3. So that's a little disappointing, but you know what? There's always next round. Thanks for watching, and you all have a good night.